scenario to test how the soldiers cope when things turn nasty. Here a vehicle has just broken down and the local Afghan community have turned on the troops. The soldiers are left in a vulnerable position. They need to calm down the crowd and get their vehicle running again. 2 Scots have already done 3 tours of Afghanistan, but this time they'll be taking on a very different role. Over a period of 8 months, the battalion will provide support to the NATO military advisors and trainers who are working with the Afghan National Army.
The days of sort of, if you like, quite complex combat operations, that's not the sort of training we've been doing here. It's reacting to incidents at a local level, whether it's road traffic accidents and how you then deal with the Afghan police who will inevitably be there to respond. A lot of our procedures in our headquarters, how we do planning for things like Afghan Army pass-off ceremonies in the sand dust in the sand. Those sorts of routine things, but clearly we also have to be ready to react if things go badly wrong. Clearly the Afghans are the ones in the lead. However, if something does go wrong, we have to be there ready to react. And so we have focused on some of those more high-end incidents, whether it's an IED going off or maybe some form of indirect fire, and how we might respond. But just to re-emphasise that the main responders to that will be the Afghans. We are there in a supporting function, and we're very committed to that supporting function. Clearly we've been in Afghanistan for over a decade, and this represents probably the eve of our involvement there, but we see ourselves as protecting our legacy, and it's a long and hard-won legacy.
These troops will take over from the Royal Anglian Regiment, who've been in Kabul for the past few months.
I think everyone is excited to go out there because it's something different. No, you go into the city, it's not Herrick 18 like we used to be like before, but something totally different. So everyone a bit excited.
And this is the first time that you're going to Afghanistan. How are you feeling about going out there?
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, it's not going to be like the previous Herricks or anything like that, but I think because it is a new tour and most of the battalion is kind of new to this side of training as well, that we're all kind of optimistic about what's going to be out there and so how different it's going to be from the previous. And that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Right, okay. So ask him, how can I help? What solves that? What solves that?
Eventually the soldiers engage with the locals and manage to calm them down. Hannah Gurney, Forces News at Caerwent Training Ground in Wales.